All right, let's try something a little different today. Forget the usual charts, forget the financial news for just a minute. We're going to look at the stock market's fortune for the day using a completely different kind of forecast.
So here's a wild question for you. Does the stock market have a daily fortune? It sounds kind of out there, but think about it. The market is just a massive wave of human emotion, right? Fear, greed, hope, it's all in there. What if you could actually read those currents? What if you could get a peek at the market's fortune and understand its core mood for the day?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're using the principles of Sajoo, which is a kind of Eastern astrology, to map out today's collective market energy. The goal? To find the hidden opportunities, and maybe more importantly, to sidestep the hidden risks.
Okay, let's dive right in. This is the Sajoo chart for today. Now, don't worry about trying to decipher all the characters. Just think of this as the market's unique energy signature for the day. It's our treasure map.
So, to make any sense of this map, we're going to break it down into 3 core energies that are really shaping the market's personality today. And this is where it gets super interesting, because these are the 3 themes you absolutely need to understand and navigate the day.
First up, the most powerful energy of the day is something called Pyeonjaegyeok. Look, in simple terms, this is the market's show me the money vibe. It means today the collective of investors is driven by a deep desire for real, tangible profits. It's a very practical, results-oriented kind of day.
But playing right alongside that is our second key energy, yang. And this one, it's pretty much the total opposite. I want you to picture a seed buried underground, just quietly gathering strength. That's yang. It's all about patience, building a solid foundation, and investing for the long term.
And then we have the wild card, Chuk-O-Won-jin. You know, this is our hidden risk factor. It's this undercurrent of emotional, kind of volatile energy that can spark sudden, totally irrational market swings. This is the one that can really burn you if you're not paying close attention.
So what happens when you mix that impatient need for profit with a quiet, patient energy for growth? And then you throw in a dash of irrational emotion. Well, you get a market with 2 completely different faces. One is calm and strategic. The other is impulsive and totally unpredictable. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. You've got 2 paths you can walk today. Over on the left, you have the yang path. This is where smart, patient money is quietly accumulating solid companies, focusing on the fundamentals. But on the right, you have the Chuko trap. This is where emotional traders are chasing rumors, getting tangled up in volatile theme stocks, and just following the herd.
Okay, so knowing all this, how do we actually use it? How do we put our capital to work to ride that positive energy and, avoid those traps? Where should we be looking?
Well, that yang energy is pointing us towards sectors that grow slowly and steadily, like a strong tree. So we're talking about things like agriculture and food, bio and healthcare, and solid infrastructure plays like data centers. The analysis suggests that today's a great day for undervalued stocks in these specific nurturing areas. Oh, and also keep an eye out for interesting partnerships between old-school finance and new fintech companies. There's a special kind of synergy there today.
So here it is, the bottom line. The winning strategy today is classic value investing. This is not a day for chasing those quick, flashy wins. It's about having the patience and the wisdom to buy great companies when the market's emotional drama puts them on sale, and then just holding on. That is the yang mindset in action.
And on the flip side, this slide shows us the one trap to avoid at all costs. The source calls it Nwaedongmeme, basically emotional herd investing. It's that thing that happens when a rumor catches fire and everyone just follows the herd right off a cliff. That's the Chuk-O energy at its absolute most dangerous.
Now, let's make this a little more personal for a second. The analysis also gives some hints based on your personal day master, which is kind of like your own energy signature in Sajoo. It gives you a clue as to how your natural tendencies might mesh with the market's mood today. Pretty cool, right? Let's see how different people should approach the day.
All right, let's run through this quickly. If you're a wood type, today is a day for action, but you have to double-check all the fine print. For the fire types, you're probably feeling on top of your game, but the big warning is to not get overconfident. Earth types, it's a fantastic day to make your ideas a reality. Just watch out for team drama. Now, for metal types, your job is simple. Gather data and wait. This is not the day to start something new. And finally, if you're a water type, this should be a quiet but incredibly productive day for you.
So after looking at all of this, the clashing energies, the right sectors, our own personal styles, what's the one single piece of wisdom we really need to take away to win in today's market? What's it all boil down to?
It's this simple. Invest with the wisdom of Yang. Be the patient one. Nurture your investments. Focus on real, long-term value, and just deliberately tune out all that emotional noise. That right there is how you win today.
And that kind of brings us to a final thought. This was just a look at one single day. But it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What could change about your investing if you regularly added this kind of perspective, this focus on balance and energy and human psychology to your usual strategy? Something to think about. Thanks so much for tuning in.